Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I'm fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. Maybe you could let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country. I voted for Raila Odinga in the last general election. And if I got another opportunity, I would still vote for Raila Odinga. Because I know he's the only person in this country today who can bring real reforms to this country. But after the last election, especially after the conduct of IEBC and the conduct of the Supreme Court, I started having a different idea. That Raila Odinga should actually relax a bit and let William Ruto rule in peace. Because I'm convinced, beyond any reasonable doubt, that William Ruto's government is going to fail big time. And the signs are already there. Raila Odinga was in Zanzibar and he returned into the country today. He attended the swearing-in ceremony of the Mombasa governor, Abdulswamad Nassir. And from his speech, I can clearly tell that Raila Odinga has decided to effectively and actively oppose William Ruto's government. And I've been reading the reaction of Kenyans, especially those who support Raila Odinga. And some of them, or majority of them, also share my view that Raila Odinga should let William Ruto's government rule, at least for now. So in this video, I want us to look at why Raila Odinga should avoid anything to do with William Ruto's government, so that Kenyans can learn their lessons. But before we get into all those details, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click that subscribe button, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, let us get back to the main issue. Raila Odinga will be in Machakos County tomorrow to attend the Azimio la Umoja Members of Parliament retreat. And I'll follow that retreat very keenly to understand Raila Odinga's next moves. But my stand and position is that Raila Odinga must let Kenyans learn the hard way. But for Raila Odinga, Kenya is bigger than any individual. So based on his speech today, I think Raila Odinga is going to participate actively in reforming this country, specifically the IEBC and the Supreme Court. I want to play for you a short clip of Raila Odinga today. While in Mombasa. Let me just play it. It's coming up. Okay. So that you can understand. I agree entirely with Raila Odinga's speech in Mombasa. But is the timing right? Let me play for you the Raila Odinga's speech.
I was not yet ready to make a public speech. But this happened to be one of those few occasions when I must say something. I was told, the governor told me that today was the swearing in Mombasa. And as you know, I've been out of the country. I went to recuperate in the Spice Island of Zanzibar. I took my wife and children and grandchildren also to go and heal out of the shock that they got as a family. So we came this morning from the Spice Island of Zanzibar and arrived here slightly later so that we were not able to be with you at the swearing-in ceremony. But here I now am. First, I want to congratulate our younger brother, Abdulswamad Nassir, for convincingly winning the gubernatorial seat of Mombasa County. As you know, this was held later. It was deliberately left behind here and Kakamega, like our lawyer said in the court, so that they could have a trial after the rigging of the presidential elections. But the people of Mombasa showed clearly that they are truly Azimio and voted overwhelmingly for our candidate. This is the pride that we have, people as Azimio family. And the same thing happened also in Kakamega. So I want to thank the people of Mombasa for standing steady and firm with Azimio in the subsequent elections which was held here in Mombasa and Kakamega. We have an agenda, for devolution. Devolution is the most important feature of our 2010 constitution because it has removed a lot of power from the center down to the counties. It has empowered the people. And if used more effectively, it can help to revolutionize development in our counties. Therefore, we are going to rely on our governors to show the way that this is the Azimio way of doing things in their counties. If our governors use the resources properly, if our MCAs also cooperate with the county government and perform their role properly, it can show the people that Azimio government really is the government, the best government that this country could have. So there are other things that we are going to be talking about.
Yes, listen there.
Sooner.
There.
Right now, we are still waiting. As you know,
yes,
the Supreme Court said that we are going to give us the detailed judgment within 21 days.
Yes.
Today, we are just about less than 10 days remaining. We want to wait to see what this detailed ruling is going to be about.
Exactly.
But we, as people of Azimio, are shocked. I am not talking about this thing as Raila Odinga myself.
Yes.
It does not have to be Raila Odinga. But my fear is that if what the people saw happen on the 5th of September
listen,
is what they expect in 2027, I'm wondering, why should the people wake up in the morning to go and queue to vote?
Listen, keenly.
Why should women, the elderly, disabled queue for so many hours to cast their votes, when at the end of the day, it is a mercenary from Venezuela, call me Jose Camargo, who eventually decides who becomes the president of this country. Why would the people waste their time? Mamaluki wanakuja kutoka Venezuela na wao ndio wanapiga kura, alafu unaonyesha mahakama ile ndio sahihi ya bwana Jose Camargo. Hii mashine ilitoa kura sahihi kule Mount Elgon, dakika 8 baadaye imetoa kura kule Nyeri. Inawezekanaje? Mahakama inasema hiyo si hoja. Haya si hoja. Shame on the judiciary of this country.
Let me end that.
And I see them protesting and trying to give threats. And we will talk. The constitution of this country give power to the people of Kenya. And all those other people exercising power are exercising donated power.
Thank you. That's Raila Odinga. I associate myself fully with his statements. But if I were to advise Raila Odinga, I would advise him to let William Ruto be, to let Kenya Kwanza be, because the government is going to fail. And the moment the government is going to fail, a revolution will ignite itself. William Ruto managed to persuade Jubilee supporters because of Jubilee failures. But why do I believe that Raila Odinga should keep quiet? Number one, Kenya Kwanza government is going to fail. And why is it going to fail? Number one, the empty promises they give to people. One of them is the cost of living. They told Kenyans they were going to reduce the cost of unga from 200 to 70. Immediately they take over. Rigathi Gachagua was very clear that it's actually Raila Odinga who was delaying those reductions by taking them to court. Now is the time for them to keep those promises. The promises they gave will not work. For example, as long as the cost of unga is 150 or 200 in Uganda and in Tanzania, it can't be below that in Kenya. So that's number one. Number two, corruption. This government is going to breed serious corruption. And Kenyans are going to see. So Raila Odinga should let them continue. Number three, there is international crime network, which is going to emerge in this government. That one I can bet. And lastly, timing. I don't think it's right for now. Let them do whatever they do, let them fail, then he can pick. Number two, Raila Odinga is going to be turned into a punching bag. What do I mean? As long as Raila Odinga will be talking, William Ruto and his brigades will find someone to blame. They are going to blame Raila Odinga for their failures. If I were Raila Odinga, I would hold meetings with my MPs, advise them that in parliament they should be pro-people, even if their numbers are low. Then he let these guys mess up, and then things will take their own course. And number three, I also tend to think that the timing is not right for Raila Odinga to go back to his people. Why? Raila Odinga supporters are very angry at the moment. And because they are angry, they're even telling IBC to remove their names from the voter register. So the timing is not right now. That anger should be sustained. And even from that, the failure of Kenya Kwanza is going to breed anger amongst Kenyans. Kenyans expected everything to go down, which is not going to go down. And they are going to be angry with this government. So Raila Odinga should let that happen naturally. And lastly, as long as Raila Odinga will be pointing out weaknesses in this government, they will try so hard to correct those weaknesses. So if you ask me, it is not the right time. Raila Odinga should do two things. The first thing he should do is to revive ODM party. Number two is to allow Kalonzo and Karua to shine at this moment by providing leadership from the front, from the back. Then the face of Kalonzo and Karua should actually be on the front. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. And please don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.